हेलो, कैसे हैं आप? थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग मी टुडे। और अगर लाइफ की आजकल बात करें तो आई डोंट नो वेयर इट इज़ गोइंग। मतलब क्या हो रहा है? वी आर बैक इन 2020। मुझे ऐसा लगने लगा है कभी कभी कि लॉकडाउन रेस्ट्रिक्शंस दे आर बैक। इतनी मुश्किल से सब कुछ ठीक ठीक लगने लगा था फिर से कि चलो मास्क लगाना है बट एटलीस्ट वी कैन गो आउट, और थोड़ा प्रिकॉशन रखना है, कर सकते हैं। बट नाउ द सिचुएशन इज़ अगैन आउट ऑफ हैंड्स। थोड़ा सा परेशान होने लगती हूँ मैं भी, और मुझे लगता है बहुत सारे लोग फिर से परेशान हो रहे हैं। लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपन्स। आई जस्ट होप कि ख़त्म हो जाए यार। एंड ऑल्सो व्हेन आई कीप थिंकिंग अबाउट इट, बिकॉज इट इज़ अराउंड मी, आई डोंट वॉच न्यूज़, आई डोंट रीड न्यूज़, बट स्टिल आपको पता चलता रहता है कि क्या चल रहा है। तो जब मैं ज़्यादा सोचती हूँ उसके बारे में तो आई फील वेरी सैड, और मुझे लगता है यार अब क्या होगा। बट देर इज़ वन थिंग विच ब्रिंग्स मी बैक। मैं बस यही सोच के अपने आप को समझा लेती हूँ कि आई कैनॉट कंट्रोल इट। Maitri, you cannot control it, so stop thinking about it. Think about something, work on something which you can control. और आज के एपिसोड को तो मैं कंट्रोल कर ही सकती हूँ। साथ ही जिस चीज़ के बारे में हम आज बात करने वाले हैं वो है हमारे घर से रिलेटेड। अपने घर के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं। तो फिर आज बात करने वाली हूँ रोहिणी राजगोपालन से, हु इज़ द फाउंडर ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइज विद ईज। तो चलिए सुनते हैं कि रोहिणी क्या टिप्स दे रही हैं आपके घर को, आपकी किचन को ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए, वो भी बजट में। Hey there, welcome to Little Fixes, a podcast for the sassy, classy and a little choosy भारतीय नारी। This is Maitri। मैं और मेरे गेस्ट शेयर करते हैं सिंपल प्रैक्टिकल आइडियाज जो आप इजीली फॉलो कर सकते हैं to get closer to the kind of life you want to live. We talk about career, self-care, social media tips, parenting, relationships, and so much more to help you thrive. All of this is mixed with a lot of laughter. So, my lovely friend, continue what you're doing and join me in this real talk. So, अपना घर ऑर्गेनाइज करना कई लोगों को अच्छा लगता है, कई लोगों को अच्छा नहीं लगता है, बट एक साफ सुथरा अच्छा सा घर सबको अच्छा लगता है। तो इसलिए आज हमारी पॉडकास्ट पे है रोहिणी राजगोपालन। Now she is I think every woman's dream come true, या फिर she's every Monica's dream come true if you are a Friends fan, because she is a certified organizer. How cool is that कि कोई आपका स्पेस ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है और उसमें उनके पास सर्टिफिकेशन है। आप उनको उनकी सर्विस ले सकते हैं और वो आपका स्पेस आपको ऑर्गेनाइज करके दे सकती है। तो कितना इजी हो जाएगा अपने घर को ऑर्गेनाइज रखना, अपनी वार्डरोब को ऑर्गेनाइज रखना। चीज़ों को ऑर्गेनाइज करने के बारे में बातें करने वाले हैं। So before we start, let's welcome Rohini. Hi Rohini, how are you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for such a lovely introduction, I must say.
So it is a very interesting thing that you do. So we would like to know a little about you and your background. Like, what did you do before you started this thing?
So I've worked in marketing for almost 12-13 years. I worked with very renowned brands. And I was leading marketing for India. And then two children happened. And I think all of us go through this eternal question of what is my calling? What am I meant to do, right? Because a job is a job at the end of the day. So I loved my work. I always enjoyed it. But I just felt after my children, and I'd taken a sabbatical, that there must be something that is uniquely good that I should be doing. So I think that's when I stumbled upon Marie Kondo's book, and then realized that there are many people doing this as a profession abroad, and there's a lot of science to organizing. And that's where my journey began. But before that, I was like anybody else, loving working in a corporate setup, working crazy hours, traveling crazy hours, and doing conventional job.
A lot of us have read this book. I haven't read, but I have seen it all over social media. But not everyone turns it into their business. What inspired you to start a business on these lines?
So yeah, like you said, a lot of people have read the Marie Kondo book, but what made me realize is that all the time I used to keep cleaning my house, but it was a never-ending process. So I felt like I was constantly doing this, but every other week it used to get untidy, not messy, but untidy. So while reading the book, I realized there's a lot of science to how you organize, how you declutter. And many people all around the world are doing this as a profession. Sometimes what comes so naturally to you might not even seem like a business idea, because you will feel like, why does anyone even need it? Because it's something so simple and basic. more I read about it, the more I studied it, the more I understood the science behind why people keep things the way they do. I really felt that this information or knowledge could make a whole lot of difference to a lot of people. Once I started setting up my space, and I've been a fairly minimalistic person, an organized person, I felt that I did not have to constantly tidy up my space. I had the luxury of those extra times on weekends, which otherwise you're always cleaning up or always attending to something else.
Yeah.
Like it's a never-ending to-do list, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I felt doing it the right way made a lot of difference for me, for a person who's already very organized.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like this is a huge benefit for someone who's leading a busy life, who have lots of things. And I feel in groups and friends, the conversation, irrespective of whether you're living in a 1 BHK flat or a 3 BHK or a bungalow, you're always short on space. हमेशा लगता है कि जगह कम है. Move to a bigger house, और लगता है यार ये भी छोटा पड़ रहा है after like 6-7 months. So I felt like this whole struggle with space can get shifted if you keep your things in a very organized and different manner. And that's where I think I had kind friends who decided to be my guinea pigs. And I just wanted to see first, like you said, one is making it a business idea. Second is making it a business idea in India where people are willing to pay you money, right? What works abroad need not necessarily work here. So I had a couple of friends who were generous to be the guinea pig. And once I worked on their space, I realized a lot of things was different for them, because हमें लगता है कि हम हमेशा तो दिवाली सफाई करते हैं साल में, तो हम निकाल लेते हैं. We have staff to give clothes, we give it to cousins. It's not कि we don't take things out, right? Or we don't tidy up. And because we have the luxury of staff at home, our homes are generally clean. It's not messy or untidy or whatever.
Yes.
What we have, and not finding things we need, or constantly having to buy things because we feel we don't have the right wardrobe or we don't have adequate clothes to wear. So when I worked with my friends, all of this changed. The buying patterns changed. The way they felt when they accessed their wardrobe was very different. And that just gave me the confidence to launch this as a business and as a service.
Okay. And you started Organize with Ease to help people organize their home.
With a lot of ease.
Yeah. Home and also office spaces, right?
We do all spaces. So even in homes, it's from like the entire house to a wardrobe to a child's room to a kitchen, like anything and everything. Any space that's bothering you, we are there to help.
Wow. And how was the response when you started it as a full-fledged business?
So when, like I've been teased with my friends saying that, oh, you're going to do Saaf Safai, to today situation where I'm turning down people and saying that, sorry, I don't have time for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I think the initial first year was very, very slow. I barely had 1 or 2 clients to start with, but over the years, today we are 3 years into this, and including that 1 year that was COVID, we are running Choco-Block. We work almost 20-25 days a month. We're working only through word of mouth that has spread from one client to another to another. So I think just being patient has really paid off, and being consistent in what we do and ensuring that we really make a difference to people.
Wow. And you actually took the plunge to start something different, something unconventional. And here there are many people who wonder if they should start, or they keep waiting for things to be perfect and only then they start. But still, you started and now you are successful at it, which is wonderful. And now let's talk a bit about these organized homes thing. So we all know that organized homes look good. We all like to look at clean spaces. But can there be other benefits of being organized also, maybe on our mental health? Is there something which relates to it?
So adequate studies, like if you just go on and research a little bit, there's so many studies showing you that a clean and calm space helps reduce anxiety, helps you sleep better, helps you function and be more productive. So the science to back that organized spaces generally help our productivity and well-being are plenty. Like there's so much of paperwork to support this. But I feel more than anything else, like our home or any space, be it our workspace or home, should make you feel happy. So A lot of people mistake being organized as minimalistic. You don't need to be minimalist. As long as what you have is making you happy and you don't have that feeling of, oh, I don't know what I have. I don't know if I have enough. Oh, I don't have things to use or wear or serve, whatever. I think just that emotion of being happy in your space every day contributes so much more to your well-being, right? It's like waking up. Like, I live in a home that has lots of plants and it makes me happy. Like when I get up in the morning and open my balcony door, that happiness is the subconscious emotion that's going to see you through the whole day, right? So imagine every day waking up or sitting and working in a space or entering a kitchen that just makes you feel happy. So I feel like for me, that's the predominant emotion I want to be able to have with my space. And more than anything else, I think also you save time, right? Imagine the amount of time we ponder when we have to get ready for a party. We look at our wardrobe 20 times, then try 4 outfits, sulk at how they don't fit us or not the perfect outfit, and then we'll not find the right bag for it. We're looking for things that we know we have but we can't find. So all these things help you save time. सो आई फील अंदर आखिरी चीज ये है कि कितना पैसा बचाते हो आप फालतू की शॉपिंग नहीं करने से, क्योंकि आफ्टर टाइम्स वी बाय बिकॉज हमें लगता है हमारे पास नहीं है. So many times it's happened that we've worked with clients on their spaces and they're like, oh, I didn't know I had this, oh, I'd forgotten I had this, oh, I have 4 of the same things, because we don't know what we have, right? So if you are in that confident space where you know what you have and you're using what you have, you're not going to keep buying random stuff. So one is emotional well-being. Like I said, adequate studies to prove it. Second, I think just the emotion that you live with on a daily basis. Third is tons of time gets saved because you're not spending time looking for things. It could be something as basic as your car key to where to find your mask, to where to find that cutlery or a cake stand or a cake serving spoon. You're not wasting all your time. And fourth is the money you save by not buying random stuff anymore. So yeah, plenty of benefits.
हाँ, और एक ये भी अच्छी बात होती है कि जैसे वी डोंट वांट टू पार्ट विद सम थिंग्स. मेरे पास ऐसे कुछ 1-2 स्कर्ट्स पड़ी हुई हैं या कुछ चीजें पड़ी हुई हैं जो मुझे कभी अच्छी नहीं लगी अपने ऊपर, बट आई स्टिल हैव देम लाइक आफ्टर 5-6 इयर्स एटलीस्ट. मैं उसको हर बार समर में निकाल लेती हूँ कि इस बार पहनूंगी, बट देन आई डोंट वेयर इट एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू विद इट. तो वो रखी हुई है कि नहीं, इस बार तो मैं पहन ही लूंगी.
5 साल में नहीं पहना ना.
हाँ.
सो इस साल कुछ अलग होने वाला है कि आप पहनने वाले हो.
सो ट्रू. मुझे नहीं लगता कि इस साल कुछ अलग होने वाला है.
So a lot of times when you hold on to things like this, it's more from a space of guilt. हमें लगता है यार मैंने पैसे दे के खरीद लिया है, तो how can I part with it? So when we work with a professional, especially when we work with our clients, we try to tell them कि हो गया वो हो गया. Just for example, I'm a vegetarian. गलती से मेरे प्लेट में मैंने चिकन ले लिया without knowing. I'm not going to eat it. I've taken it on my plate, right? I'm going to go put the plate and take a new plate. And the same thing is for things. I should not be holding on and being weighed down by that emotion because I did a wrong purchase. It's okay. It happens. We do so many wrong purchases or wrong, like, something that's not beneficial for us. So to be able to be unemotional about that, I think is very, very important.
And you help people with that as well, right?
Yeah, because मुझे लगता है कि what's the point? The wrong purchase is making you feel guilty. It's not making you feel anything great or positive. So why hold on to it, right?
Right.
There'll always be somebody who can use that and make something better of it, right? Like there could be a friend, it could be someone poor, it could be some donation that you can give it to. At least it'll get used rather than sitting in your home.
Right. So true. So मुझे लगता है कि बहुत सारे लोगों को आपकी हेल्प की जरूरत है, whether they realize it or not. फिर एक बात आती है इसमें, ऑर्गेनाइज जब करना होता है चीजों को, तो आई गॉट अ क्वेश्चन सेइंग कि हाउ टू चूज राइट ऑर्गेनाइजर्स. आपने एक साइंस की बात करी, आप ऑर्गेनाइज करके दे देते हो, ये भी है, बट वी कीप सीइंग दीज ऑर्गेनाइजर्स ऑल ओवर, जिससे कि क्लटर ना लगे, चीजें ऑर्गेनाइज व्हेनेवर वी वांट टू फाइंड देम हमें इजीली मिल जाएं. तो उसमें भी आई हैव बॉट सम ऑर्गेनाइजर्स व्हिच आई हैव नॉट यूज्ड, और वो ऐसे ही रखे रहते हैं. वो भी एक तरीके का वेस्ट है तरीके से. तो हाउ डू वी चूज द राइट थिंग्स दैट वी नो विल फुलफिल आवर पर्पस ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग?
So I think you should never go and buy organizers. I think just first declutter your space. Once you've decluttered your space, look at what you have in your house. It could be old shoe boxes, old trays, old boxes that in which gifts have come. Try using those to start with. Recycle with what you have. Like you can use your old jars to put things. create that system. Once that system works for you, you feel comfortable, then invest in pretty looking organizers. हम हमेशा उल्टा करते हैं, हम पहले इंस्टाग्राम में या कहीं देख लेते हैं कि हाँ ये तो बहुत सही लग रहा है, and खरीद लेते हैं, but it might not serve our purpose. So I always tell people that until unless we are going to a physical site and we are doing a project where we know what we're using and what purpose it would serve, just use basic things. घर पे हैं, सबके घर में पुराने boxes हैं, gift boxes आते हैं. Anything that's a square or a rectangle with little height, which is like a couple of inches, works as a great organizers. So I always tell people who are doing virtual consults or who ask me for ideas and tips on this, I said पहले उन चीजों में से काम चलाओ. Once you create that system, once you know it's working for you, then the next step is to invest in good organizing products. And you don't need to buy great products which are expensive, especially if it's things to keep inside your cupboard. Basic plastic trays, basic stuff that you find on Amazon that you can buy will all work. It's just that we first see the Instagram pictures and Pinterest pictures and then, want the end result by just buying the product. Jo hoga nahi, and there'll always be disappointment. And this is where we'll end up spending more money unnecessarily. So I feel जो घर पे है उनसे पहले आप organize कीजिए. पुराने ट्रेस हैं, डब्बे हैं. इवन आई टेल पीपल की जो नॉर्मल टेक अवे बॉक्सेस हैं वो भी रेक्टेंगुलर शेप्स के हैं. यू कैन यूज so many innovative ways to organize your inner cupboards and stuff like that. उसके बाद then invest in good quality organizers. And today in India you have the options of IKEA, you have so many other brands on Amazon. So yeah.
Okay, wow, मतलब I loved what you just said. It was an eye-opening moment for me also कि पहले फेंको तो सामान पहले कम करो, डिक्लटर करो, उसके बाद ऑर्गेनाइज करो, वरना जो कचरा ऑलरेडी है उसको हम कैसे कुछ भी कर लें नहीं ऑर्गेनाइज हो सकता the way we want it to be organized.
And this is like anyone listening to this, please know that without decluttering you can never have an organized space. And वो आप जितना भी आप समेट के रखो वो वापस overwhelming होगा क्योंकि you're not using half the stuff there. So until you declutter, there is no organizing.
मुझे ऐसा होता है like हफ्ते में एक बार या maybe in a month I feel so overwhelmed. I'm like I want to throw everything away. And my husband, he is a hoarder. He's like नहीं ये भी नहीं फेंक सकते, ये भी नहीं फेंक सकते, सब रख लो.
Yeah, so I know it's tough when your partner is not on the same page. मगर मुझे लगता है start with like one part of your wardrobe, and then slowly when you do it properly, it'll just be an easy task to do.
ओके और किसी ने ये भी पूछा था कि बजट फ्रेंडली होम ऑर्गेनाइजर क्या हो सकता है, तो यू जस्ट मेंशन कि यू कैन यूज योर
जो चीजें आपके घर में हैं. That's the biggest budget friendly organizer. Trust me, you don't need to spend a penny to organize your house. If you walk around in your house, old shoe boxes in which you've got your Diwali gifts, normal takeaway boxes, Amazon boxes that are come, anything that's square and rectangular in shape, you can use to organize.
Okay. Now, Rohini, let's move to the kitchen because kitchen, I think, सबके लिए एक pain point होता है. And many houses have smaller kitchens जहाँ पे हम सामान तो obviously हम लोग लाते रहते हैं घर का. Pantry के लिए अलग space नहीं होता है in most of the kitchens. तो kitchen अक्सर cluttered होती, बहुत ज़्यादा सामान रखा हुआ है, बस रखा हुआ है. And when we need something तो हमें सब कुछ हटा के ढूंढना पड़ता है कि अच्छा ये रखा भी है कि नहीं, या फिर we go to the supermarket again और वही चीज़ हम 2-3 बार फिर ले आते हैं. जैसे कि you said कि it happens in clothes. तो किचन को अगर हमें ऑर्गेनाइज करना है तो आई वुड लव इट इफ यू कैन गिव 5 एक्शन स्टेप्स फॉर एन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड किचन.
सो आई फील लाइक वन इज ऑब्वियसली डीक्लटर. क्योंकि जैसे आपने कहा बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं जो हम इस्तेमाल भी नहीं करते हैं, जो हमें लगता है नहीं कभी काम आएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे घर में लॉकडाउन से पहले कोई बेकिंग नहीं करता था. तो लॉकडाउन अचानक 2 महीने के लिए सबने बेकिंग चालू किया. मुझे लगा नो आई शुड आल्सो बेक. सो यू लैंड अप देन बाइंग lot of random stuff which I did not. I just bought one cake tin, and if my kids wanted to bake anything else, and because we live in an apartment complex, I borrowed it from my friends. So one, look at things that you use very frequently and keep only those. Jo nahi hai, you don't need special waffle maker because you use it once in 8 months, 9 months, right? Or once in 9 months ke liye beg, borrow, steal, and it's more than enough. So keep in kitchen, keep only stuff that you use very 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 often. Second, बहुत सारे क्रॉकरीज होते हैं हमारे पास जो हम इस्तेमाल भी नहीं करते हैं. हमें लगता है नहीं कभी काम आएगा. अगर आपने पिछले 1-1.5 साल में नहीं इस्तेमाल किया, if you have not used it in the last 2-3 dinners and parties you have had, you're never going to use it. Look at your crockery and and say कि what is the maximum set that I'm going to entertain. हमारे घर में 18 लोगों से ज्यादा कभी मेरी घर में पार्टी नहीं होती है. So if I'm doing a party of 18 people, मुझे क्या क्या चाहिए होता है, that's the maximum I need to keep. उससे अलावा whatever I keep is extra, which is never going to get used, क्योंकि you're never going to entertain that big number of people. So crockery and a lot of it we keep क्योंकि किसी ने दिया है, कोई emotional value. मैं हमेशा लोगों को example देती हूँ कि somebody gave me a very beautiful set of soup balls, मगर हमारे घर में सूप बनती ही नहीं है, कोई पीता भी नहीं है, और and I held on to it for a very long time क्योंकि they were very pretty. Either I look at it saying that okay, can I use the ball differently? I could not because they're very conventional soup balls. Then last year I gave it off because I felt कोई सूप पीता ही नहीं है, कभी हमारे घर में सूप सर्व नहीं होती है, कभी कोई किसी को पीने का मन किया वो चाय के मग में पी लेते हैं. Nobody has it in a soup form, right? So in each of our homes ऐसी चीजें होते हैं जो हम लोग इस्तेमाल नहीं करते. So first is decluttering all of these crockery items that you don't use and those items that you use single time in a year or whatever it is जिसके लिए हम बचा के रखें. Third thing is keep your counter places clear. जो भी काउंटर में है, I'm sure there is another place in your cabinet where they all go. It could be your oil, it could be your sauces, it could be a dish that is kept on the kitchen. So the minute you enter your kitchen, if your counter is clear, that itself sets the right tone for you to function and feel calm about your kitchen. The fourth thing will be have a spot for everything and keep similar items together. Keep all your masala together, keep all your dals together, keep all your cooking sauces together, keep all your serving sauces separately, keep all your Ziplocs together. So have a designated spot for every item in your kitchen. And the last one for me would always be that whatever the size of your kitchen, look at how you can leverage spaces. There are a lot of organizing products and that is where I would use it. एक होता है कि बहुत सारी जगह में हमें shelves खाली नजर आते हैं, आधा ही shelf use किया हुआ है. Can I bring a product in jahan mein I can double up the space? Is there any wall empty that I can put a rack and put some things there? So leverage the vertical spaces that you have in your kitchen and look at what you use often and keep that more prominent. जैसे मेरे घर में we entertain very once in 2 weeks or once a week only. मगर जो दाल वाल होता है वो रोज इस्तेमाल होता है. So the dal and all have kept in a place where we don't need to bend down and take anything, but you open a cabinet, I can see everything. And the crockery is in a lower shelf because I know कि हफ्ते में एक बार मुझे निकालना होता है, वो बैठकर 2 मिनट में निकाल सकती हूँ. But on an everyday basis, what I'm leveraging the space in a way for things that I need on a daily basis. So I feel like these few things, if you do in your kitchen, you should be good. But the biggest thing for any space is declutter. And in the kitchen, it's even more. Kyunki it is years of saman that kitchen have been handed down from your mother-in-law or some stuff's come from your parents. So edit your kitchen and start small. Like, look at each section. Like जब भी मुझे किचन की सफाई करनी होती है, मैं कभी पूरा किचन नहीं करती हूँ. मैं शायद आज जाके 10 मिनट के लिए स्नैक्स का कबर्ड चेक कर लूंगी, एक दिन मैं कढ़ाई देख लूंगी, एक दिन मैं सॉसेस देखूंगी. तो it doesn't even get overwhelming. Then I am just able to cover the whole kitchen in a week in a very peaceful manner. So just do that. Create sections कि इस कबर्ड में यही होगा, दाल सब इधर ही होंगे. So it just becomes easier for you to look and function in the kitchen, and everyone in the house also knows कि कहाँ क्या जाएगा.
मेरी किचन थोड़ी ऑर्गेनाइज हो जाएगी ये सब सुनने के बाद. सो थैंक
करने
यू
के
फॉर दिस. हाँ एग्जैक्टली, करने के बाद, सुनने से कुछ नहीं होता. सो अच्छा, एक चीज होती है हमारे सबके घर में, मैंने इंस्टाग्राम पे भी बहुत सारे मीम्स पढ़े हैं उसको लेकर कि सबके घर में एक बड़ा प्लास्टिक बैग होता है जिसके अंदर बहुत सारे प्लास्टिक बैग्स हम लोग इकट्ठा करके रखते रहते हैं कि ये कभी काम आएंगे. तो इसका क्या माइंडसेट है? लाइक हाँ एग्जैक्टली, आई वांट टू नो, मतलब हम लोग क्यों रखते हैं?
हाँ, so I feel that I don't know if it's an Indian thing, but we really have a problem giving away things or throwing things. मुझे हमें लगता है कि पता नहीं कब कौन सी कैलामिटी होगी और हमारे घर में ये सब चीजों की जरूरत पड़ती. Especially plastic bags today I think have changed into vegetable bags or cloth bags or whatever bags. My thumb rule has always been कि 10 अच्छे bags रखिए, क्योंकि अभी तो everyone's trying to be sensitive, environmentally sensitive and take their own bags in most cases. want to be going and buying or whatever. Like sometimes you need to use them at home,
Mhm.
but beyond that you don't need it. So just fold them nicely. Especially कभी भी आप एक चीज दूसरी चीज के अंदर डाल के रखोगे, ये याद रखना कि कभी इस्तेमाल नहीं करने वाले, क्योंकि वो नजर भी नहीं आता और it's not even top of mind. Instead of that, I will just say that fold them like you fold handkerchiefs. Take a small basket or a small cupboard, put them all in it so that it's easy for you to access and use. And always keep one small box that takes in about 10, 15, whatever is the quantity that you feel you require. Anything that goes beyond that box, you just give it away, or like I give it a lot to my housekeeping staff in the building, or whatever. So you have a set of people that will use it that you can give it to. Or like the better thing is to carry your bag everywhere and not get more bags into the house. But I don't think कोई भी घर में 12-15 से ज्यादा बैग्स कभी एक महीने में या 2-3 महीने में लगेंगे. और आजकल सब कपड़े का बैग यूज कर रहे हैं, तो when you use it you can wash it and put it back. So the best way to do this is just have a small box where you fold all of this and keep it vertically, कि आपको भी पता है कि इससे ज्यादा नहीं रखना चाहिए. तो जब वो भर जाता है, आपको पता है कि आपको वो बास्केट एडिट करना है.
के साथ प्रॉब्लम है ये प्लास्टिक बैग वाला, एंड यू हैव गिवन पर्सपेक्टिव, तो उसको भी थोड़ा सा ऑर्गेनाइज करने की ज़रूरत है हमें. ओके, सो रोहिणी, आपने हमें इतने अच्छे अच्छे आइडियाज़ दिए हमारे घर को थोड़ा सा अच्छा दिखने के लिए और हमारी मेंटल पीस के लिए. तो अगर लोग आपसे कनेक्ट होना चाहें, दे वांट टू फाइंड आउट मोर अबाउट योर वर्क, व्हाट्स द बेस्ट प्लेस टू डू सो?
So Instagram, you can go on to Organize with Ease altogether, and or on our website, which is organizewithease.com. Both places are great places to get connected with us. And even on our page, we're constantly sharing tips, ideas, hacks on our stories. So there's plenty that you can just, by following us, adapt in your home and see a difference.
And you also do online consultations beside renovating rooms, like organizing spaces. Okay.
Yes, we do. We do virtual consults also.
Okay, तो उसमें क्या वीडियो कॉल में आपको दिखा सकते हैं कि this is our space and how do I organize it?
And you literally a walk through कि पहले ये शेल्फ से निकालो, ये करो, उसके बाद क्या करना है, ठीक है, अब इसको ऐसे फोल्ड कीजिए, इसको वापस डालिए, and go through the entire edit process with us. So I think the good part about lockdown has been that we've been able to connect with so many people across the country and do this virtually, which otherwise was not even there in our radar of things to do.
Pandemic ने सबको ऑनलाइन तो कर दिया है.
हाँ, which is great, क्योंकि कभी हमने सोचा नहीं था कि हमें लगता था कि हमें फिजिकली जाके हर जगह करना है, but this has been great because we're seeing so much of a difference in people's spaces. So yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing your insights with our listeners and giving your time to Little Fixes podcast. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was great fun. Thank you.
तो सिस्टर, स्टॉप रनिंग आफ्टर शाइनी ऑब्जेक्ट्स एवरीवेयर और आपके घर में जो कार्टन्स रखे हुए हैं उन्हीं से ऑर्गेनाइज करना स्टार्ट कीजिए अपने घर को, और कचरा वचरा फेंक दीजिए. लाइक वी डोंट रियलाइज कि कचरा है हमारे घर में, बट बहुत सारा होता है. आई एम श्योर कि आज के एपिसोड को सुनने के बाद आपको अपने घर को ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए कुछ अमेजिंग आइडियाज मिले ही होंगे. तो अगर आपको मिले और आपको यूजफुल लगा तो इस एपिसोड को अपने सोशल मीडिया पे प्लीज शेयर कीजिए. जस्ट टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट एंड टैग मी at Little Fixes podcast, and you can also tag at Organize with Ease. तो हमें पता चलेगा कि you enjoyed this episode, और साथ ही बहुत सारे जिन लोगों को इसको सुनने की जरूरत है वो भी इसको सुन पाएंगे. और Little Fixes podcast को अपने फेवरेट पॉडकास्ट प्लेटफॉर्म पे सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिए, नहीं तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि नया एपिसोड आ गया है. Besides your favorite app, आप हमारी पॉडकास्ट को YouTube पे भी सुन सकते हैं और मेरे ब्लॉग पे भी सुन सकते हैं. तो फिर चलिए मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे को. तब तक के लिए लाइफ में मजे करो और सदा सैसी रहो. बाय.